here, and today we're looking at my bench vise here. This is a vise I made myself after not being able to find a vise satisfactory for my needs and what I wanted to do with it. I built this, and unfortunately a week or two ago we were using it and it made some funny popping sounds that did not sound good at all. We were pressing in something that was particularly stubborn, and yes, it hasn't been quite right since. In fact, it's been really stiff. And I just put it to the test here. We smashed this 3/8 nut here. Just obliterated it. Of course, when I built this vise, I built it to really push stuff together, do some pressing with it. So of course, it's got a nice big, long 18-inch handle on it. And of course, when you need even more leverage, you can put the great big old breaker bar on the nut that's on the end here. Really put some oomph to it. So unfortunately, I think we put a little too much oomph to it here last time, and we've broken something in here. I don't know what, but I think we'll take it apart and let's see if we can figure out what. Okay, so we'll start by taking, I think, the front end off here. And this is one of my first welding projects when I got a stick welder, so some of the welds aren't the prettiest. Okay, well, that's gonna be tight. Tighter than what I thought it was. So I pretty much built this thing so you could take the entire thing apart if you had to. At least that was the theory anyway. So here's that piece. Of course, as like I said, 18 inches, a couple balls on each end. You can really put some pressure to her with this puppy. I don't know if I can even get this nut off. It seems to be pretty tight for some reason. Okay, we'll have to do something different there to get that off. And let's see if I have to take these off or not. I think we'll take this top block off here in a moment. So that is probably... held on with 6 3/8 grade 8 bolts there. Lifts that off. This is all 1 inch here, by the way. I'm thinking whatever broke was under here from the feels of it. It definitely shouldn't be that loose. Now, I'm going to see if I can get this out somehow, because that... Okay, folks. It's not every day you got to get these tools out, but when you do, you know it's getting deep. So, except they don't fit. Okay then. That's going to be a slight problem. Put that on there. Might need a deep socket for this. Yes I do. I'm going to need a deep socket. Okay, let's get a deep socket. Socket on there, and we'll wedge the wrench in there. Hopefully that, I can't tell, hopefully that's turning the end off, not the other end here. Ah, shoot, it is turning this end off. I'd rather not turn this end off. There we go. Just got to wedge the wrench in on this side here to hold it. Like I said, this should just thread right off. There really shouldn't be anything holding this on. This is a 3/4 inch normal threaded rod running through here, whatever the normal thread for a 3/4 inch rod is, so nothing special about that. And then we'll have to take off front here, so those should be 3/4. So of course this, again, like I said, was all built this way, so if something did happen, which apparently it did, we could take it apart and fix it. 1/2 inch nuts there. Okay, this should allow us to extract it here. There we go. This is all one piece here, by the way. Oh yeah, okay, I see what it's cracked off. Wow. Okay, I tried to clean as much grease off as I could here. Quite greasy in here. And unfortunately, exactly the piece I figured broke is what broke. And that's this piece right here. Bring it back in. That is supposed to be welded right there. And of course that nut, I don't know if you can quite see that. It's supposed to be all welded together right here. So that is what broke. Also looks like it got into the threads here a little bit as well. That's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, threads are a little bunged up there. I don't know why that is. That's kind of weird. Why that would have bunged the threads up there. But anyway, the rest of the threads look good all the rest of the way down. And unfortunately, this was the one part of the build of this bench vise I was never really happy with. Didn't quite have that solid feel to it like I wanted. And go figure, that is the part that broke. So what are we going to do about that? Okay, folks, looking at this here, it looks like we're probably going to have to knock both sides off here to get at this down in here. I think that is one of the things I considered doing when I built this, was to actually run holes all the way down through here. So the bolts went in here, that way the sides could come off. Evidently, obviously didn't do that, because that would have been a lot of drilling to get all the way down through there. But it looks like we're going to have to knock the sides off, so I'll have to grind the welds out there so we can get back down in there, re-weld that somehow, or do something entirely different. I'm not sure yet. First off, let's see if we can get this off here. See if this will come off. Hopefully we can get it off. They're just two half bolts counter-turned against each other. That's all we got here. Basically just prevents you from running it out the end. And that one. And then this whole assembly will slide out. Very greasy, nasty, messy assembly, I might add. Okay, so there we go. Then yeah, we'll have to thread this out. And hopefully it'll go past the bunged up threads there. So we can get this off. Okay, this doesn't look too crazy, does it? Basically what I did, I counter-turned the nut back on here. And I'm going to hopefully use this just to spin this so I can turn it back off. Otherwise I'm going to have to turn it off by hand. That's a lot of turning. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so yeah, those threads must be pretty bad right there. Or we turn the nut off. That works too. Okay. So turn that back on there. Okay then. See if we can get it to turn past the bad spot here. Okay, I'm going to have to stick this in the other vise in a minute. Okay, had it in the vise there, got it turned past the bad spot. Hopefully the rest of this should be pretty good here, so we'll just turn it off, hopefully. Okay, there we go. And there's the piece that does pretty much all the work here. That's the one that broke off. And that's the one that holds, this piece here holds it on, no, this piece. Yeah, this piece here holds it for this piece here. Okay. And I don't see the bad, I think the bad section of rod is right there. That right here. I'll have to see if it's I clean that out, otherwise I might have to get a new rod. This rod is a little bit custom because it does have a nut that's welded right here. That's what holds this portion when you tighten it down. So let me see what I can do here. Unfortunately, it looks like I said, we'll probably have to knock these sides off or do something there because I don't think I can get in there and weld that back on, or again, we'll have to do something different there. I'm guessing the only way I got this welded on the first time, I must not have had the sides on here. There's no way I got down in there to weld that before, and it's welded from the inside as well. So these sides must not have been on there. So I think we'll have to do that again, unfortunately. Okay, folks, I got both sides ground off. It's probably not going to come off yet, I don't think, but we'll give it a try here. Oh, you never know. It's bending over. There we go. There we go. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was. Okay, now then. And again, these don't really hold that much, so it's not like I welded them that great on there. They just welded across the one side, not the inside. If I weld them across the inside, then I'd have to grind something out, because that, oh, I said it earlier, that's where the surface rides there. Okay, now then, we're going to have to grind this out, knock that out, I think, as well. I suppose we could leave that piece, maybe. Because, yeah, if we leave this piece, then we can keep our alignment. So maybe I'll try to leave that if I can. We'll see once here. Let me grind this out here a minute, and then we'll see what we can do with this piece here. Okay, everyone, and a bunch of grinding and sanding and cleaning and wire brushing later. Here's what we got. I did unbolt it from the table here, by the way, for those you're wondering. So it's unbolted from the table. You can see I ground all the paint off the top side here. I ground out the weld around here. I'm going to re-weld that. I ground out this and this side. I'm going to re-weld that. Oh, I forgot to do I need to do these pieces yet. Okay, I'll take care of those off camera here. But I need to do these pieces yet. And like I said, I don't have to worry too much about these pieces. Not that much pressure on them. Just grind them out just so they hold on. This piece here, it's a little hot yet from all the grinding. I really ground out right there. Hopefully you can see that. I ground out in through here a little bit as well. Flatten that out. I did the same thing on here, flatten that bolt out so we can re-weld that on there. I really ground a chamfer on all sides of that. And what I think I'm going to do, I was debating whether I wanted to change up the design here or not. Probably really should, but I don't think I'm going to. What I was thinking I might do here, I'm going to fill in maybe this entire area around here with weld. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. The bolt appears to be in good shape, I think. It is a grade 8 bolt. All the hardware on here I put on here was grade 8, so it is hardened hardware. What I'm going to do, I got a 3/4 inch bolt here. I'm going to put this in from the back side, tighten that down, just hold that on there so I can weld it, and hopefully that'll keep it nice and straight. And then, yeah, we'll just have to weld these pieces back on as well. Like I said, I need to clean those off yet. And I was considering as well, see if I can do this here. You probably see there's just a little bit of a space up top there, not much. Maybe I can weld a 1/4-inch plate across the top of here, so that'll hold this one to that one and just give it a little more strength. Like I said, when I designed this, I never was overall happy with how this piece in here turned out. Though I'm not entirely sure what I would do different though. That's the only thing. I can come up with a couple of ideas, but they involve a lot of work, like machining a whole piece, a whole solid piece that will go in here instead of the nut. The only reason I went with the nut because it's simple, and then you can replace it as well. So that was kind of my theory behind that. Not sure. Maybe I'll end up replacing the whole piece yet. We'll see once. I'm going to think about this some more, obviously. So anyway, folks, any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.